U ovoj epizodi radim review kontenta za Ljadosa. Ljados je još jedan od milionera sa kojima je Michael Mođo imao podcast. Drugar Wes Watsona vozi 6 Bugatija, 35 Koenigsega, ne znam ti nija šta. Zanimljiv jako gost, krenuo je ono kao Spanish immigrant u Americi. Jako zanimljiv gost, jako zanimljiva priča, beskonačno B-rolla od njega nam je bilo dostupno. I u ovoj epizodi u stvari radim review na tu inicijalnu pre-cut strukturu koju je napravio Abdil za njegove klipove. Znači, ovde vraćamo se u stvari na uspostavljanje dobrog storylina, uspostavljanje dobrog copywritinga. Zato što već sam vam objasnio jednom, ili dva put, ili tri put, vi niste montažeri, vi ste copywriteri. Dobar copywriter, to je storytelleri. Vi morate da postanete dobri storytelleri. Dobri storytelleri će znati kako da u bilo kojoj industriji naprave dobru priču, bilo to montaža, grafički dizajn, web dizajn, bilo šta, uvek ćete moći da dobro ispričate priču, zato što znate šta da stavljate kao prioritet. Kao što imate na sajtu headline, gde piše nešto, tako imate u videu hook. Znači, hook je obećanje šta će biti u ostatku videa, headline je obećanje šta će biti na ostatku sajta. Tako da, copywriting, grafički dizajn, web dizajn, sve je to isti kurac. Čak bih ja rekao da to ide i na ekstremniji nivo, da kada se ti u biznisu baviš nečim, ti u suštini moraš da izabereš koji su highest leverage potezi koje ti moraš da napraviš kako bi došao do nekog cilja. I taj highest leverage potez je u stvari kao u copywritingu kada biraš šta je najvažnija stvar koju je neko rekao, koju je gost rekao na podcastu, tako ti u biznisu biraš šta je najvažnija stvar koju ćeš sutra uraditi kako bi napravio najveći rezultat. Nećeš uraditi gomiletinu nekih glupavih stvari, nego ćeš staviti tu jednu glavnu stvar na početak, bavit ćeš se tim i onda ćeš tek dati ceo ostatak. Tako i u videoprodukciji. Zato kažem, ja mislim da bilo ko može da bude dobar montažer, dokle god shvati ovaj princip. Tako da u ovom videu radimo review storytellinga za Ljados videa.
Yeah, let's try again. Boom.
I am the reference, so it's not even for me. I can't miss for them.
How do you take on that amount of responsibility where you have potentially millions of people who are all looking up to you?
Yeah. I cannot lack one single day. I have to wake up every day at 4:30 a.m. because I've said I do that and I show that to millions of people every day. But I love that. I love that because that moves the world. That's why people make big change, because I am the reference. So it's not even for me. I can't miss for them.
Okay,
I
so
love that. I'm the reference.
Yeah.
Couple of things. And this is something that, consistently working on great content is really hard. So I understand this, but this is where I have to push back on a video like this. So, couple of things. First thing is that music like this, I don't really like it.
Okay.
I don't really like the hype music at all.
Okay.
I believe it's much better to choose some emotional music rather than something like this. The second thing is
reference.
the hook.
So it's not even for me. I can't miss for them.
How do you take on that amount of responsibility where you have potentially millions of people who are all looking up to you?
Yeah. I cannot lack.
I would begin a
How do
video.
you take on that amount of responsibility?
Immediately, how do you take on that? How do you take on that? Immediately on amount of responsibility, go to a split screen with or just go to Ljados and then go to a split screen, because we need Ljados immediately to drive engagement. So begin the video with how do you take responsibility?
How do you take on that amount of responsibility where you have potentially millions of people?
And shorten the pauses. Don't let it pause like this.
Okay.
So
Okay.
and go to Ljados sooner and go to the full screenshot of Ljados. And because he looks very tired here, I would maybe zoom into his face, because people are gonna say he looks like shit, which I don't mind, because that draws attention. So you can go to a zoomed in shot of his face. The second thing, now the video develops.
Who are all looking up to you.
Yeah. I cannot lack one single.
Yeah.
I have
Now,
to wake up one.
I would completely avoid doing these film burn transitions. I don't like them at all.
Okay.
So completely avoid. In general, do not use them. That's a cheap editing trick. We don't do cheap shit like that. When I say zoom ins, zoom outs, sound effect, that is the most important type of editing for me. Simple shit that accentuates what's being talked about in the video, which is zoom ins, zoom outs, and sound effects, and title designs. The second thing is the yellow title design. I don't know really how I feel about it because it's a little bit off-brand. So I would go with a white one with a shadow because white is neutral and it can go with Michael's brand.
All looking
So
up to
like the shadow would be like too strong to make it like pop out from the video.
Just so it's readable if it's not readable somewhere, just to have it there. The second thing, you know how you do the text animations in trailers?
Yeah.
Sometimes I want you to accent important sentences. I have to wake up at 4 a.m., like 4 a.m., boom, boom, boom. It shows up on screen. You don't have to do the cutout with the green screen and rotoscoping and shit like that. You don't have to do that. But at least throw in a couple of animations like that. Think about using text design as to punch the point home. So all the editing has to serve a purpose, and it cannot be just for the sake of being there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And text animation.
Yeah. So, by the way, I'm gonna send you this video, and please go back to this video and rewatch it while editing.
Yeah, please.
I cannot lack one single day.
The second thing, find B-roll of him having content with his community because there is a shit ton of it, and add in parts where he's actually speaking either about his community or to his community in English.
Okay. So like I don't like cut the audio from it. Just like
add in the audio from it.
Yeah. Fine.
We want to actually use that audio.
I have to wake up every day at 4:30 a.m. because I've said I do that and I show that to millions of people every day. But I love that. I love that because that moves the world. That's why people make
for example, right here, less cuts at the end.
The world. That's why people. I love that.
Okay. Just stay on the others.
That's why people make big change because I am the reference. So it's not even for me. I can't miss for them.
I love that. I'm the.
Can I clarify like the changes? Yeah. So
because there is a lot, let's just go through all of them, and I'm gonna send you the videos so you're gonna have it. You're gonna have it.
I will literally pay $24K a month to store my car.
Quicker. We have to make it quicker.
I will literally pay $24K a month to store my car.
So
I will literally pay.
Another detail, these titles don't really work. Once again, off-brand, and once again, go back to the titles that you used for trailers.
The orange.
To accent this. So the trailer ones have huge titles. So 24,000 a month, car warehouse.
Okay. Yeah.
This really has to be big, obvious, and that's it.
$4K a month to store my car.
So that's two.
Then once again, I don't really like the idea of using hype music.
Yeah, got it. Same with one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In general, at all.
Yeah.
I would like the music to always serve a purpose to bring emotion into play. Not bring hype, but rather emotion. So for something like this, it would be tense music, something that is kind of like anxious driven, something that is kind of like $24,000 for a car, like something that is a little bit anxious and with sound effects where it's like boom, like what the fuck is he really paying 24,000? And then it's like slowly beginning to be motivational as he speaks about kind of like this is something that I realize that I don't want to do, etc., etc. Understand what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So in that kind of music, we'll need to remove these like flashy virals, right? Like, because it
Yes,
will
in
not
general,
work.
yes. But we do need to find ways to utilize a freaking
Mm-mm.
Bugatti. So
Mm.
there has to be B-roll where it's like slow, well shot, well composed B-roll. It doesn't have to be flashy. It can be like text over B-roll where it's Liados in front of his Bugatti. I'm fine with B-roll in general, but I'm not really a fan of like adding it just to
So that's
have it.
Mm.
So that's 240 a year. Just
This is too overwhelming. This is like
Oh, yeah.
I would rather
Pay a
stay
month.
on this shot for
Stole
longer
my car.
and then not introduce this at all.
So
Then introduce this. Like I would rather just have him like do whatever the fuck and add the titles over his face. Of him speaking about it, because then it's like the point is in what he's saying. It's never the point in editing. Like all the viral videos are never about the edit. It's always about what somebody is saying. So we have to always make it about what's being said.
Yeah.
It's only for the purpose of that.
Yeah, that's really a great tip, man. Because like if I see like videos like well edited, it's not like getting like the views from the target market. It's getting like the video editors. Yeah.
Yeah. And
you're the man.
Or you're the best editor on planet Earth, and then it's everybody who watches it. But we are not.
Yeah.
We're not. And we are not gonna be. Because we do like 10 videos a day, so we cannot become best editors. Because if you want to be the best editor, we do one video per week, and that's it. So this is the difference where we have to always serve the story, serve what's being said. It's never ever about the edit. Even though I know the editing tricks, even though you know the editing tricks, like if we wanted to spend a week on the edit, we would create the most insane edit ever. But it's not about that, and that's not that's not going to be driving engagement. So this is where I feel like. It's always going to be like B-roll. If you're going to be using it, use it for the purpose of accentuating the story. Because then you're not going to need me as much. Then you're going to be asking yourself, okay, is this B-roll serving the story? No, but I feel like I can maybe find something on his YouTube that could maybe be an add-in for this where he really does have a Bugatti. So maybe I should we must use it somehow because it does bring a lot of authority, but we shouldn't use it like random Andrew Tate-esque B-rolls. Andrew Tate didn't become really famous because of the Bugatti. He became famous because he said, "What color is your Bugatti?"
What's the Bugatti? Yeah.
So that's why, like, compare Wes Watson and Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is the biggest guy on planet because he said, "What color is your Bugatti?" And that became the most famous sentence in the world for a year.
Yeah.
And the sentence, not the car, the sentence became what's important. But anyways, so the goal is always for us to serve the story, always.
Okay.
So we have to eradicate the mindset of being an editor and introduce us being much more copywriters and story builders than editors.
Yeah. Great tip, man.
Yeah,
so that's 240.
It's not about for me. It's for Michael.
Yeah.
To store the cars, and then as soon as I rented that warehouse, my concept was like, I fucked it.
So it took us 15 seconds to get to the point where he says, "I fucked up."
Oh.
So we have to like shorten this, where it's like, I got a $24,000 per month car warehouse, and as soon as I got it, I realized I fucked up. And then we expand into why I said that. And for a sentence like that, for a structure like it's too long because there is so much B-roll and there is so much unnecessary shit. It took us 15 seconds instead of 4. And then after 4 seconds, we can immediately drop into the rest of the video and build it.
Really, like I don't even want to drive to the warehouse. I don't even like it, you know. So you start,
and the music can be once again accentuated. Like, I fucked up, then boom, I fucked up, then zoom into his face, drop, and then slowly build back up the music. Yeah, so it's all about the emotion.
Like realizing that whatever it is.
All right. Yeah.
We've spent almost $200,000 on this tour, going around, you know, hopping on the biggest podcast. And today, sitting here, there's like this. We've spent almost $200,000 on this tour, going around, you know, hopping on the biggest podcast. And we've spent almost $200,000 on this tour, going around, you know.
So I would remove going around, you know.
Yeah. $200,000 on this tour, going around, you know, hopping on the biggest podcast. And today, sitting here, there's like this tension in my body because I'm like, I've got to make this work. What would you say to someone like me with this right now?
You need to learn to just like let it flow, you know, like think, am I operating from love or am I operating from fear? Because if you're like spending the money because you fear not having more money or not making more money, that's never gonna get to a good port. But if you're spending the money because like doing it with love and like without expecting anything in return, that's how more is going to multiply.
We've spent almost $200,000 on this tour, going around, you know, hopping on the biggest podcast.
So we've spent almost $200,000 hopping on on this tour, hopping on biggest podcasts. So the hook really, this one right here,
we've spent almost $200,000.
Doesn't really work for me. I would just go with text on screen on what he's saying because he's saying something really cool. We spent almost $200,000 like regular.
Yeah, remove the text.
Yeah, regular stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so I have a question. Like for the I should cut it, right? Like it doesn't add anything in the like the part whenever like because those like use it all the time. Yeah. Okay.
So the second thing,
spent almost $200,000 on this tour, going around, you know, hopping on the.
We have to take it slower for stuff like this, and we have to make it obvious that it is Michael with those guys. So, for example, a shot like this has to either be color graded differently or has to be a different shot. So we have to find more shots. And by the way, for that purpose specifically, I do have a ton of edits that are sort of B-roll edits that are already pre-edited that you can utilize for these clips. And I'm gonna send send them to you right away.
You know, hopping on the biggest podcast, and today.
So I would want the text.
We've spent almost $200,000
just be what he is actually
on this
saying.
Going around, you know.
Okay.
And
you know, hopping on the biggest podcast, and today sitting here, there's like this.
Once again, I don't like this text because it's off-brand and stuff like that.
Tension in my body because I'm like, I've got to make this work. What would you say to someone like me with this right now?
I would introduce Jess, sort of a couple of family moments where it's like them maybe hugging or something to show a little bit like him writing stuff down into his journal to show kind of like his tension and his contemplation and stuff like that.
Because I'm like, I've got to make this work. What would you say to someone like me with this right now?
You need to learn to just like let it flow, you know, like.
Okay, then blah blah blah. The rest is okay. Never a hook like this. We never do hooks like this.
Yeah, because he talked about cars. Yeah, so like,
So do you still get caught in the wanting and desiring things?
There's always going to be points that you're going to desire stuff. For example, me, it's been a lot of times I've desired buying a car, but I'm like, I'll just hold into it. I'll just go into a workout, tap into like a higher frequency, and that desire goes away. So that's what you get to understand in life. Do you really want that? Or it's just because you're there and you don't feel as good, so you want to try and feel better buying something, you know? So that's where the key to just being in line and happy lies on.
it's cut too abruptly at the end. That's something that is a problem right here. It's cut too abruptly at the end, and also this one could be huge with just the text graphics and emotion. Once again, emotion. And here where he says,
So do you still get caught in the?
Do you still get caught? Immediately go into Lados. So do you still get caught? Immediately go to Lados. Into
wanting and desiring things?
And
There's
then
always going to be points that you're going to desire stuff. For example, me, it's been a lot of times I've decided.
For example, me, it's been a lot of times I've desired stuff.
Buying a car, but I'm like.
Like, for example, me, not really important.
And desiring things?
Okay.
So, for example, from here, actually, from here until...
There's always going to be points that you're going to desire stuff. For example, me, it's been...
To here. Not necessary. Because we can immediately just begin with...
A lot of time.
There has been a lot of times
buying a car.
that I have desired buying a car.
But I'm like, I just hold
Yeah.
I just go into a
Because
workout,
it's desire.
like a high frequency, and that desire goes away. So that's what you get to understand in life. Do you really want that, or it's just because you're there and you don't feel as good, so you want?
Regarding the music, though,
Yeah.
I tried. Yeah, I was sort of like trying stuff for this video, like the
This
instrumental.
one is okay.
Yeah, okay, I got this.
This
like
one is okay.
this type.
But I would play around with volume, with a little bit of sound effects, with a little bit of punch-ins, zoom-ins, and stuff like that.
Feel better by
Okay, I got this, man.
So that's where the key to just being in line and happy relies on.
So we never begin a hook with B-roll.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Here I like also did.
Where does your happiness come from? You're like the happiest dude that I've ever met.
I just remain a kid.
Where does your happiness come from? You're like that.
I would remove you're like the happiest kid I've ever met. I don't know, whatever. Where does your happiness come from?
Then cut.
Where does your happiness come from?
So where does your happiness immediately go to Lados? So where does your happiness, Lados, come from?
You're like the happiest dude that I've ever met.
I just remain a kid. I just fight every day to just be that kid with no money that I was in a hostel.
So when he says
I just remain a kid.
I just remain a kid, and then he repeats that he stayed. I just remained that kid. So
I fight
remove the first and leave.
I just fight every day.
I just fight.
Okay.
Be that kid with no money
continue.
that I was in a hostel.
Continue.
Instant game.
Because that's your authentic you.
Do you like that video?
Yeah.
People think it's a whip, it's a car, it's a mansion, the jet, the watch. It's not that, bro. It's inside.
I would expand it then. I would after it's the inside, I would go into a B-roll sequence of him being that kid.
So
with this music, it's perfect, and then it can just be the B-roll, and it can be 15 seconds of the B-roll of him. And sorry. Delete that thought. Now it should be Michael saying something about the past,
being a kid,
and saying something about how you need to stay hungry and stuff like that, and then B-roll of Michael being a kid. And Michael being at the beginning of career, being younger, etc., etc. There is a lot of footage that we have that we can utilize for that.
Yeah, but for Michael, he doesn't have like
but he has
that kid.
But he
that
has
kid,
footage. Like, he has the footage where he's skinnier, younger. He looks 20 years younger in some of the footage that we have.
Yeah, but I made like the story, like when he was a kid, he wants to kill himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his story about being a kid.
But when even though you want to kill yourself, you're like a fighting dog. It's fuck, I'm not gonna die like this, fuck. And this is there is something romantic in that that fight, at least. Even though sometimes you want to blow your fucking brain out, it's like, I'm not gonna go out like this, and it's like you keep fighting. So there is some like it was like that for you for the past couple of weeks. It's like, fuck, you're not gonna kill me. I'm gonna kill you. Like it's simply like you're neurotic, scared, but you're like a dog. You're fighting. You're finding ways. You're talking to Michael. You're talking to me. It's like raise the money. Like I need to figure it out. Then you have to ask for it. Then you have to talk to God about it. Then there is so much that happens that builds your character. So I believe that if we go back to his younger village, it can work.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Thank you, by the way, at that time, man.
Of course,
you really
man.
helped me.
Of course, 1000%. You can always count on that.
I could have bought a building with $3.8 million, but I bought a Bugatti because I'm not scared. Let's
go. So
I could have bought a building with $3.8 million.
I could have bought a building with $3.8 million,
but I bought a Bugatti.
But then we go to his shot, but I bought a Bugatti
because
and we stay on him.
I'm not scared.
Welcome to the main event. What about the property guy though that makes $1 million a month, and then he gets the money and then he goes and puts it in property?
They're scared. They fear how you make an investment.
Less cuts. Less jumping back and forth.
With love, or how you invest with
fear. Yeah, of course. I was trying to like prevent like the hard cut. So is it okay if like there's a hard cut? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I invest with love, which means accomplishing a dream, and most importantly, giving faith to millions of people that kid bought a Bugatti, and now they're like, oh, I can do. It's not only football playing. But if I got those $3.8 million and I bought a building and making $20K cash flow, that is every month coming safely to my account, that's fear.
Yeah. This one is really good. The only thing that I would do is change the music once again.
And then the switching.
Switching music and once again accentuating what he's saying with music instead of just throwing music in to build the hype.
I
bought a building with $3.8 million, but I bought a Bugatti because I'm not scared. Let's go.
Right here, there should be a continuous riser and a continuous rising of the sound.
I could have bought a building with $3.8 million, but I bought a Bugatti because I'm not scared. Let's go.
Because, and then boom, some sort of a drop. Because I'm not scared. Boom, and then we go into this. So the music has to follow that through.
Yeah, so I can like don't change the music from the start, but then after the B-roll, boom, then to emotional. Got this.
Welcome to the main event. What about
the boom.
Yeah.
I've gone from having $50 in 2015 to driving a Bugatti. Just really good at one thing, you know.
What's your one thing?
Immediately from $15 to driving a Bugatti. So yeah.
I've gone from having $50 in 2015 to driving a
Bugatti. I removed that to 15.
Yeah.
$50 in 2015.
What would I do here?
I've gone from having $50 in 2015 to driving a Bugatti.
So here I would go. I went from having $50 in 2015, then once again we have to find some B-roll of him saying something, a quick sentence from his past.
I got it.
He's really good at one thing, you know, driving a Bugatti.
And then some sort of a drop to driving a Bugatti. It has to like it's too. The flow right now is like this, and it has to be like wave, like boom, boom. Like it takes you up. So meaning we have to.
I've gone from having $50 in 2015 to.
In 2015, boom.
Yeah,
and then it's like him struggling.
Oh yeah, I have like videos of him like I don't know where I'm gonna live next.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then it's like it goes to dark, and it has the sound like something where it's like
Riser.
yeah, and it's like
Introducing the Bugatti.
we can go to something where it's like something like this. 1 second, and it takes time. Like something like, oh, this is perfect. This.
Okay.
Yeah.
Curious. Okay.
Yeah.
Driving a Bugatti.
Yeah.
Just send me this video.
You know.
What's your one
so that you don't need to send me the links.
Yeah,
I can just rewatch the video and then.
Yeah. And
one thing.
Remove the one thing part.
Yeah, where are you?
Lado says one thing. Remove this part.
It's really good at one thing.
You just got really be good at one thing. Just go to the question first.
You know.
What's your one thing?
Started with fitness.
What's your one thing?
I just started like tapping into like speaking about habits, about what gets me to commit to that diet program, you know, which is changing you. You can give someone a program.
Fuck. Yeah. Anyways, if we fix that intro, I think the rest will be fine.
New levels, new devils. One thing that really changed my view of the world is when I actually understood the more pressure, the more you grow.
Look at my eyes, tell me your tale, do you see the road?
The only
So I would just begin the video. One
thing that really changed my view of the world is when I actually understood the more pressure, the more you grow.
Look at my eyes, tell me your tale, do you see the road?
Perfect.
The only difference of like, if you talk about business, making like $1,000 a month to making $1 million a month, it's just like you're able to sustain more pressure.
Expansion happens through pressure. Everywhere in the universe, things expand or contract. So if you're not waking up in the morning going, how do I get maximum stress and how do I take on maximum pressure today so I can get maximum growth, you're not going to move that barrier.
When you really understand that, your life is going to take a turn.
Boom, 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 boom. Done. Perfect. Just fix that and that's it.
I smashed this Colombian chick. Oh, cool. Now I want to smash that one.
Here we need to like I wanna smash that Colombian chick. Like we have to have the text on screen. So just go with the regular text.
Okay, yeah, got that.
Yeah.
You always thirsty and you always feel like you're empty.
You know what you can do? Download some of the motivational reels with Bible, because they're Bible quotes, and then you go to short form content and something like this with voiceover.
Yeah, instead of like me in that B-roll with him.
No, B-roll is good. I would just add the voiceover. So, for example, John 4:13-14. But you know which voice? John 4:13-14. 4:13-14. Where is the AI?
Curse God and die.
That voice.
Yeah, something
you are
like
talking
this.
like a fool.
But it's gonna take a long.
No, I think it's here.
Will you show him partiality? Will you argue the case for God? Would it turn out well if he examined you? Could you deceive him?
You can pull something from here. Actually, try to add as much in as possible, because I think that Bible quotes are first thing something that's good to be in the video, and the second thing I believe that there is tremendous power in the Word of God. So I think that a lot of people resonate. For example, I have a completely random hook on one of my videos where I'm speaking about like if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. That's what Jesus said. And that video of mine, like kind of like there is like 2K views, 3K views, 2K views, 3K views, and then boom, 40K views. Because I just said something that God said, so it's like, oh yeah, of course. Whenever he's speaking about his faith or anything that is concerning the Bible, yeah, try adding in these quotes. I like the text. I would just make it stay on screen for longer, and cut in this video that I've just sent you, that voice.
You are drinking from like the water that is in this world. You're always going to be thirsty. You buy a Ferrari.
And he says he's not Christian, But every single quote that changed his life comes from the Bible.
Okay.
That's what people don't realize. Self-help is the Bible. That's everything. Self-help is the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay, now you want to buy that McLaren. It's never ending. You're always going to be more thirsty. So the actual work that you need to do is just to stop and just focus inside. And when you manage to connect with the spirit, and
it's Christianity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, spirit, no God.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I
would maybe slow it down a little bit and give it a little bit more room to breathe. This video is good. But it's like da. I would maybe slow it down if there is room where you can create a little bit of a longer pause and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, God just starts like operating for you. Now that water you drink once and you're not thirsty anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
Someone's watching this right
Never begin with B-roll.
now, and they're starting the journey. What's the first thing that has to change?
First of all, like, don't try and complicate stuff.
Okay, here I would begin.
Someone's watching this right.
I would begin. Once again, hype music, wrong. B-roll sequence at the beginning, wrong. I would begin with something that is.
Someone's watching this right now, and they're starting the journey.
Okay. Begin with him talking to like a lot of people during mastermind, something like that, like inspiring them.
Yeah, we have to have some voice snippet. You can use some from Llados' YouTube channel or Llados' Instagram. Find one hook that could be added here, and
what's the first thing that has to change?
And then go into the question. Then
first of all, like, don't try and complicate stuff. Don't try.
Change the music.
Try like and see my Instagram and try and do everything I do right now because you're gonna overwhelm you. And start like step by step. In shape, making money.
And try here, right here.
Like step by step.
Try adding in B-roll of community moments. Yeah.
Step. In shape, making money, operating from love. Do that. You know. So get yourself out of your environment. That's pushing.
Remove this effect.
The X mark. Yeah.
Down. Focus on listening to someone that is actually living the life that you want to live. Don't try to understand everything.
Here, when he says focus on listening to somebody who is living the life that you want to live, now we have the opportunity to introduce Michael with some cool lifestyle quote, and then use one of the sequences from my editors that I've just sent you.
Okay, yeah, I got this. I use West. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, exactly.
U ovoj epizodi gledate finalne verzije Llados short form kontenta. Mi smo jako zadovoljni kako je sve to ispalo i žao mi je što nemamo u kursu epizode gde možete da vidite taj proces, ali opet govorim vam, poenta je da vidite početak i kraj. To mi je najvažnije. Sve ostalo, kako se zove, će se ponavljati u suštini, zašto je princip uvek isti. Hook mora da bude fenomenalan i obećanje šta će biti u ostatku videa. Audio dizajn mora da postoji neki ritam, tempo, kako će to izgledati. Ne može samo tako da se stavi pesma i to je to. Moramo da uspostavimo neki ritam, da uspostavimo neki tempo. B-roll treba da podržava autoritet i da podržava priču, a ne da bude stavljen samo da bi bio stavljen. I tako dalje, i tako dalje. U ovom videu vidjet ćete finalne verzije Lladosa i vidjet ćete reakciju klijenta i to vam je to.
I've gone from having $50 bucks. I've gone from having $50. Fucking difficult to find a nice place here, a nice room, to driving a Bugatti.
What's your one thing?
Started with fitness. So I just started like tapping into like speaking about habits, about what gets me to commit to that diet program, you know, which is changing you. You can give someone a program and give another one a program, and one's going to turn into a beast and one is going to be fat. So is it the program? No, it's the person. So when I discovered that, that's how I became a millionaire.
I like it. The music sounded better.
Yeah.
Start from zero again, you know? Work fucking hard.
Someone's watching this right now and they're starting the journey. What's the first thing that has to change?
First of all, like, don't try and complicate stuff. Don't try like and see my Instagram and try and do everything I do right now, because you're gonna overwhelm you. And start like step by step. In shape, making money, operating from love, do that. You know, so get yourself out of your environment that's pushing you down. Focus on listening to someone that is actually living the life that you want to live.
Our brain filters the world through our own set of values. And so if you want to achieve great things, you've got to know your values, because that's how you filter the world.
Don't try to understand everything before doing it, because you're never going to. The path is going to illuminate as you walk it.
What's JOB?
Job, that's because he was referencing the Bible all the time. We pulled some of the quotes from the Bible to support his views and stuff.
Yeah, that's great. Is that how you spell his name, JOB?
Yeah.
It's
Job.
not JOB. Oh, yeah, Job.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He was like, Llados did a lot of references from the Bible, like a lot of them. So you'll see, I think...
One thing that really changed my view of the world is when I actually understood the more pressure, the more you go.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale, do you see the road?
The only difference of like, if you talk about business, making like $1,000 a month to making $1 million a month, it's just like you're able to sustain more pressure.
Expansion happens through pressure. Everywhere in the universe, things expand or contract. So if you're not waking up in the morning going, how do I get maximum stress and how do I take on maximum pressure today so I can get maximum growth, you're not going to move that barrier.
When you really understand that, your life is going to take a turn.
So you've seen what we've done there. It's in perfect alignment with what he was saying. So we had to intertwine it. So it's not just you ask the question and then he gives the answer. This one is a little bit experimental. I don't know, but
I smashed this Colombian chick. Oh, cool. Now I want to. I smashed this Colombian chick. Oh, cool. Now I want to smash that one. You always thirsty and you always feel like you're empty. When you are drinking from like the water that is in this world, you're always going to be thirsty. You buy a Ferrari, okay, now you want to buy that McLaren. It's never ending. You're always going to be more thirsty. So the actual work that you need to do is just to stop and just focus inside.
This poor man called, and the Lord heard him. He saved him out of all his troubles.
And when you manage to connect with the Spirit and, you know, God just starts like operating for you, now that water, you drink once and you're not thirsty anymore.
I really love this one. To me personally, really impactful and emotional and everything.
I'm happy to try it, although I'm not a religious person. And so I don't want to go down the path of talking about God too much.
Yeah.
Just because my community aren't those types of people.
Yeah, of course. I just did it because he was referencing a lot. So if you want to change something, let me know.
No, we're good. We'll keep it as is.
This one is interesting. You're gonna let me know.
Where does your happiness come from?
I just fight every day to just be that kid with no money that I was in a hostel.
Instant game.
Because that's your authentic you. That's the key to everything. People think it's a whip, it's a car, it's a mansion, the jet, the watch. It's not that, bro. It's inside.
Prior to 15, I tried changing for everybody else because I so badly wanted to fit in at school. I hated my life so much because I'd become something that I didn't like just to try to fit in. And I would never go back there. I would never go back there for money. So when people say, you know, if you speak this certain way, if you act this certain way, and if you behave in a certain way, then you would probably make more money or you'd have more followers. I go, cool, I don't want more followers. I don't want more money. What I want is I want to be able to enjoy my life every day.
How do you feel about that, man?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I really like it. That made me smile. It's good.
Cool.
I could have bought a building with $3.8 million, but I bought a Bugatti because I'm not scared. Let's go.
Welcome to the main event.
What about the property guy, though, that makes $1 million a month,
okay,
and then he gets the money, and then he goes and puts it in property?
They're scared. They fear how you make an investment with love or how you invest with fear. I invest with love, which means accomplishing a dream, and most importantly, giving faith to millions of people that kid bought a Bugatti, and now they're like, oh, I can do it. It's not only football players. But if I got those $3.8 million and I bought a building and making 20K cash flow, that is every month coming safely to my account, that's fear.
That's sick.
Yeah. And all like my main goal is always to make all the B-roll and all the editing very, very intentional and purposeful. We don't do
I like it.
any editing at all that is not necessary. So that's how I try to...
We've spent almost $200,000 on this tour, hopping on the biggest podcast. And today, sitting here, there's like this tension in my body because I'm like, I've got to make this work. What would you say to someone like me with this right now?
You need to learn to just like let it flow, you know, like think, am I operating from love or am I operating from fear? Because if you're like spending the money because you fear not having more money or not making more money, that's never gonna get to a good port. But if you're spending the money because like doing it with love and like without expecting anything in return, that's how more is gonna multiply.
Yeah, I like that. These are good, man. Like to be honest, man, these are probably the best ones I've seen. Like you've done a fucking epic job with these.
Yeah. But the huge problem is that they take time. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how much and everything. 1 second.
How do you take on that amount of responsibility where you have potentially millions of people who are all looking up to you?
I cannot lack one single day. I have to wake up every day at 4:30 a.m. because I've said I do that and I show that to millions of people every day. Right now, you have to stay away from all that bullshit. You wake up 4:30 every morning, drop the drink, drop the drugs, build who you are. So when you're 30, you live the life you want to live. But I love that. I love that because that moves the world. That's why people make big change because I am the reference. So it's not even for me. I can't miss for them.
I love that. I'm the reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Very motivational.
I will literally pay $24K a month to store my cars. As soon as I rented that warehouse, my concept was like, I fucked. Really, like I don't even want to drive to the warehouse. I don't even like it, you know. So you start like realizing that whatever it is, like friends, houses, cars, watches, all stuff that you have, it's actually taking energy of you, you know. So I just took off whatever I was not using.
Yeah, quick, snappy one. So that was short form content so far.